Well, hi, Susie. How you doing? Can you hear me? And I've got a fan going in the back. Is that too loud? Just a wonder. Johnny Small Pepper, hello, welcome. How you guys doing? You're okay in a way? Good. Oh, I got a message from Rob. It's fine, thank you. I got a message Rob back real quick. I'm gonna go shut Bud File slow. I'm gonna go shut down the YouTube. Hi, Danny. Hello, Dan. S.C. Wong, how you doing? Hope you're all having a great night. But one of these days, Susie, I'll get into yours. Just been kind of crazy around here. I'm missing a lot of people's stuff, and I hate that. John, how you doing? Finders keepers. Okay. Been working on some stuff. My 3D printer's down. It has a clogged extruder. I'm waiting to get the tool to fix it. But I got 2 out of 3 parts that I need. I don't know if everybody can see this. Here's a pen, a metal detecting coil, control unit. Of course, then the cup will go up here, but there's your desk pen, looking like a metal detector. Hi, Plugs. I did, Plugs. I shut it down. Good. So I was getting close. Mary, hello. Thank you so much, Mary, for being here. I mean, I know it's what, 3 in the morning over there? Ouch. Got relics, Rhode Island. Welcome. You can make bongs. Nah, they'd melt when. Jason. I don't know. Jason, well, you have to refine me. So, but I figured people would like to have these for their desk. A little control unit, something different. Oh, what's not cool, Dan? What happened? I missed something. Oh, Dan, sorry to hear that. Man, that is so stupid. Yeah, you don't go digging on the field during playing season. You do that afterwards. Also, like one time back home, I watched a guy during the season. They lock the gate so people can't just get in on the greens. And a guy hopped the fence, went in with the detector and a shovel. Like, if it's locked, stay out. Mike, how you doing? Hope everyone's having a great night. Jim Steele, hello. How you doing? It's hot and humid here in Tennessee. It's just now down to like 84 degrees. Cool, Dan. That's good. I hate people that don't abide by the rules. Luke, how you doing, brother? I will make a few of your lives too. I've missed yours and Susie's and other people's, but been working on stuff. I got a broke down machine I got to repair. Excuse me. Love it, Luke. Your channel's growing and growing. That is so awesome. Marlon, how you doing? Thanks for being here. Oh, ooh, 93, huh, Jim? Probably pretty humid where you're at too, huh? Yeah. No, I don't miss your lives, Dan, because you haven't done any. Hope you start some soon. Ferris Bueller, hello. Other chat? I shut it down. Is that stupid thing still going, Marlon? Oh, man. Means I got to go over there and shut it down. Jeez, I hate that. Very humid, yeah. That's the only thing I don't like. Arthritis, really don't like it. LL, hello, welcome, thank you. Oh, 61, Dan. Yeah, but it kind of, well, on my computer, it messes with the StreamYard sometimes, so. But thank you, Marlon. Some people have trouble finding it. So, man, 61 degrees. Uh, remember the days before mobile phones or cell phones? Same difference. Those were much simpler days. Cold here? No, no, no. Digologist, hello. It's Nathan, welcome. No, it's like it got up to 92 today and the humidity was about the same. Just freaking terrible. Oh, a pool sounds like a good idea for the backyard. Hey, 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 folks, watch that about killing my brothers out there. I trained them well. So, just a minute, folks. Muted. Hey, I just had a Monaro Rob moment. Anyways, it's back on. No, I shut it off because there was a knock at the door. But then I forgot to turn it back on until just now. Team nut jobs. Better? Yeah. Anyways, if World War III and the apocalypse was coming and you knew it, and you got your friends and family over for one last barbecue before it all hit the fan, what would you barbecue? Just wondering. Andrea, hey, how you doing? Bill the Harley guy, how you doing? You barbecue all the people you didn't like. That's already going to happen, Plug's kind of a waste there. Barbecue Chinese. Never tried that. Whatever looked good at the market. You don't know the barbecue cheap. Come on, Jason. Barbecue, you can buy barbecues pretty darn cheap. And I know you're not broke. Yeah, just empty the freezer, cook it all, and like the Roman said, eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow you may die. Roadkill Cafe. I ate at one of those once. Pretty good stuff. Take up flying helicopters. Doing good, Bill. Tom Riley, hello. So if anybody wants to come up. Oh, yeah, I know, BC. Butt Light. If you're not talking Bud Light. Pinpointer condom. You already asked me that, John, and what you do is they fit the Garrett's real good. You can do one of two things. Um, Measure the tip and go to the hardware store and get table leg protectors or chair leg protectors to keep from marring the floor. They fit. Or do you ever use those little green propane bottles? The little plastic cap that comes on them fits right over the end of a Garrett carrot. Keep from wearing it out. Plus the PLA filament that I use probably wouldn't last that long anyways. But what I am printing, John, and other people that have come in, I got 2 out of 3 parts done. I figured even in this day and age, everybody uses a pen. So here's a little stand that turns your pen into a metal detector at your desk. I got to finish for the arm cuff. But so yeah, little metal detector pen holder, and right out, right. But I got to clog the screwdriver. I'm waiting for the tool to fix it. So. Well, of course, plugs. Why not? Thank you, Mary. There's another good use for them, Susie. What's a pen again? Yeah, okay. Oh, that's right. You're up in Canada. You guys still use chisels and stone. Only kidding. Only kidding. Thank you, digging up Carolinas. I know the Hunter GT took a couple weeks off. He does that once in a while. Oh, Gene's coming up. And stream.
Hey, Bill, what's going on, man?
Hi, Gene. How you doing?
Good. It's good to see you. How's everybody else doing?
I'm doing good. You like it, Mike? Yeah, so Gene, be looking for when I finish. I'll be mailing you a pen holder.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, I like the beard.
Thanks. It's coming along.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever, since I've known, I don't think I've ever seen you sporting a beard.
No, I've had it a little bit longer, but nothing like this. This is by far the longest I've ever had a beard.
Ah, looks good on you.
Thanks, man. Hello to everybody. I see people, Andrea and Jason and lots of other people saying hi. So
Mike Lyman, Bill the Harley guy.
Mike, yep, there we go. Tom, good to see you guys.
So, man, you guys killed the video yesterday. You found some really nice relics.
We've been having some pretty good hunts lately. I actually found a coin this week that on Saturday that I never knew existed, and then tonight I'm sitting here watching Quarter Hoarder, and somebody in a hunt they were on dug up the exact same coin.
Oh, that's
like, what are the chances? So I dig up this coin. It was a 26 on the Knox, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. I can't really figure it out. And then I see some numbers in the bottom part of it, and I was like, Gina, I think it says 16 at the beginning, and it's a copper French Liard, a 1657.
1657. Wow.
And I mean, I was super, super pumped, and I still am. But then when I was watching Quarter Hoarder today, if anybody else saw it, they probably saw that same coin get dug up. I said, what? And what are the chances? It blew my mind.
Really?
But it's Louis the 14th is the monarch that's on it, and he's the longest reigning monarch of any sovereign nation. He reigned for 72 years.
Wow.
Which is pretty neat.
And now you're a member of the 1600s Coin Club. Wow.
Yeah. Gene had dug some old coin. He's actually dug one coin older than that, but that's the oldest for me. That's the oldest coin that I've dug up by far. Yeah. Okay. So, yep. Keep Digging says, yeah, they saw that French coin get dug up. Also, it's crazy.
That is. I mean, that's.
It's a pretty neat coin. I mean, and ours is actually in better shape than the one that they were showing on Quarter Hoarder. Mark, what's going on? How are you, man?
Hello, Gene. How you doing, Bill?
How you doing?
Just living the dream, dreaming to live. But you guys.
We actually had our first soccer game at school in 3 years, thanks to the pandemic. We weren't having sports as part of our school for the last 2 years, so this year we were able to get back to it, and today was our very first soccer game back. So it was pretty exciting.
Oh yeah,
sounds it.
It's nice that things are starting to flow again, and people get out and do what they were doing 2 years ago. So
yeah. But we're just plugging right along with everything, I mean, getting close to the end of school. So it's, end of May is the last day of school. So 2 more weeks.
Oh.
And then it'll be summer schedule, which just seems to get busier. Nice coffee mug.
Yep. Hey, Mark, now I see you in the chat.
Where?
Hello, Cynthia.
Yeah, I'm just saying hello to everybody. I was lurking for a while. I was just sitting there going, well, what the hell? Jump up on.
What, you're at work, Mark?
No, I was lurking, just waiting in the background, just
Work.
seeing what goes on. Yeah, no, oh hell no. What's up, Jason, Andrea, Cynthia?
Too hot today.
Too hot today,
Got
you said, in
92.
Tennessee?
Yeah, 92 and almost 90% humidity today.
Whew.
Already.
How hot
too
did you
much.
say? 92?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
And so, yeah.
That's one thing that, like, where I live, it's just kind of same temperature all year round. I mean, summertime it might get a little bit hotter, but it wasn't even close to 92 here today.
Yeah, I think it was like 70 something here. Not even, maybe not even that.
Yeah. 92 in the beginning of May is
really
pretty
bad.
smoking.
Yep.
You know, when it gets that hot and that much humidity, even the wind just makes it hot. I mean, there's not even the breeze doesn't even cool it.
Yeah.
So.
Digologist is asking if I've researched the coin. From what I can tell, it is rare. On the back of the coin, it actually has, ours has the letter B, and the mint marks that they had on those coins, they would put, there's like 7 or 8 different ones, and the one that we have is like 10% of the coins from that year are that mint mark. So of the ones that we could have found, we found one that's a little more rare. So it's pretty interesting.
Cool.
Wow, yeah, that's pretty low.
It's a neat looking coin. And listen, just like it seems like everything, it is an area that we have walked over before. You just, if you miss it by this much with your coil, it is as slow as you try to go, you're still going to miss sometimes. And apparently we just totally missed it because it was loud and proud, and it was about 6 inches down.
Hi, Charlie.
What machines you use to find it, Gene?
The Knox 600. Yeah, I got the 600 last year when they were doing the free headphones, and I did that again this year too. So thank you, Digologist.
You recently got a Legend too, right?
Yeah, Gene uses the Legend, and he loves it. He's doing really good. He was at the beach today. He found a little silver earring. He really loves it.
Yeah, it's not a bad price machine either.
Well, next you'll be hitting something from the 1500s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the coin. The oldest coin that we have found as a family is his coin, and it was a 1506.
Wow!
And he found it with the Go Find.
Oh, really?
Yes. His Garrett was down. It was sent off for some warranty work, and there's somebody on island that bought a Go Find years ago and never uses it. They've always told us, hey, you guys can borrow it. So with that machine down, he borrowed it, and sure enough, he found a 1506 2 Mare V with the Go Find.
Which one was it? The Go Find 22?
I think it was the 44. I think
44.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's a machine, it's going to be.
Right. Yep. If it's there and you swing over it and it will find it.
That's right. Yep. Trying to keep up with the comments too. I didn't realize in the beginning when I first started using StreamYard that you could switch over to the comments. And I just very new to all this, so I sit here reading the comments now.
Yeah, I got 2 monitors. One has the chat, and this one is I use for talking to you guys. There we go.
Yeah. Have you been hunting lately, Mark?
Oh no. No, not as much as I want to or would like to. Yeah, I feel like a little dry spell about going out. Yeah, just been staying in the house lately, and we're doing other things.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping to get out this weekend.
He's playing with one.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn. It's hard.
I thought since the Deuce all past machines quit working. I don't think
Finder
so, John.
keepers. That's funny. Finders keepers.
Yeah.
Yeah, in John's one video, I swore when he was using his dais, I swore I heard his Equinox crying. Yeah, I just swore I heard it. I thought John would never put that down. And when I saw that dais, I'm like,
I enjoy trying other machines, you know, just for the heck of it. But
yeah,
man, I really like that. I really like the Equinox.
Mhm. I
Yeah,
keep thinking about
once
getting
you
a
got a
Legend,
machine you really like and you're finding stuff,
Yeah. Why change?
I've seen a lot of people switch to a new machine, go back to an older one just because they liked it better.
hmm
So,
Yeah. Now, there's no secret. I mean, the Knox build quality is lacking, shall we say? I went
mine
through
have
2
build
arm cuffs
quality.
before I bought the metal one. I just set it down at the beach and snapped it. And so once I bought the metal one from who is it makes those? Anyway, it's a metal arm cuff. It's done great.
Cool.
So today I had to break down and get the new shaft. I'm having Steve's detector rods build one because the shaft I have is just kind of messing up and the button's messing up on it now. So
The bottom part wobble.
big time.
Mhm.
So with water hunting, it just doesn't hold together, I guess.
See,
Yeah,
I can't get in the
nothing on
water.
my
Hunt. I
Vanquish
tried
is
it.
broken yet, but it feels flimsy. That's for sure.
What was that now?
My Vanquish, nothing's broken on it yet, but it sure feels flimsy. The build quality just feels and looks bad.
Yeah. I mean, I hunted with the Simplex for about a year, and I mean that quality is just, I mean, it's the best as far as the way they're put together. Those Nocta Macro machines.
Mhm. Had to impact things like a tank.
Yeah. Yep. And we've got the Pulse Dive, and we use it as a pinpointer, but we use it in the water also, and it's fantastic in the water. Gene just found a big old gold ring the other day out in the water.
How deep can they go, waterproof wise?
It's I can't remember. It's deep. It's deeper than what we're using it for. It's like I can't even remember how deep it is. But he found a ring at 6 inches. Like he was snorkeling, so he wasn't in super deep water, but
right. But still
down in the dirt, it was six inches down, and it was still picking it up. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Dan says 200 feet.
I
They're
thought
good
it was
for
something like that, but I
200 feet.
didn't want to say that and
Wow.
be crazy. But yeah, it goes much deeper than we'll ever need.
See,
Yeah, Charlie says the same thing. 200.
I keep thinking of buying one of those too. Just like when I go to like Lake Erie or something.
Yep.
I don't want to take my machine in the water because then you get the waves hit you and it's slapping you all around the place. And I'm like, this ain't fun.
Yeah.
Or if
yeah.
I could grab the little pinpointer type thing and just sit there and, I might even be able to get Piper involved again.
Yeah. Yeah. Just sitting in the edge of the water. I mean, we've done that before too. Just, and just barely shallow water because that's where a lot of stuff is going to be too. If it's getting beat up there by the waves, we find all kinds of stuff right there just in 1 foot of water or less.
That's what I might do. Instead of getting the Legend, I might get that.
Well, it's a good buy.
Well, I got the their pinpointer, not the pulse dive, but the pinpointer. I love that thing.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, I've got that pulse type and pinpointer combo I haven't used yet.
That's the one from Hunter, right? Hunter GT?
Yeah, the one I won from Hunter GT, yeah.
Wait, Bill, you won something?
Brand new shovel. Yeah. Last Christmas. Funny, I got out of his stream because somebody else won. The guy declined it. He spun it again, and my name come up, so I got a pinpointer, a and a brand new Nocta Macro shovel.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I tend to get lucky on that stuff.
Yeah. I struggle. I don't enter all of them because I don't want to enter and then not remember. So
Mhm.
I feel bad, so I don't enter them. So
Yeah, but I mean, I don't enter that many. It's just um, I enter, and about one out of every I tend to hit. So it's
yeah.
one of the things. Um, I used to go up to North Shore, California, and gamble like that. It'd be years, and I wouldn't go. And all of a sudden, I think I'll go. And one of the last times I went to the Tahoe Biltmore, and it was funny because I was driving an old Pontiac. Somebody had into my passenger doors with a four-wheel drive. You can tell because of the front barred bumper being right in the middle of the door, and took off and never left a note or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So I go up, I walk in the Biltmore, and they had this really strange German slot machine sitting there. It took like 20 nickels. So I dump them all in, hit it, $39,350.
Wow.
So it's not just metal detecting giveaways that you're lucky.
It's not just metal detecting. So
Wow.
got the cash. Well, got a check. Bought a brand new truck the next day. Go from work because I was up on Sunday. Boss, it was funny too. Boss looked at me that morning. He goes, "When are you going to replace that car?" I said, "Today." So no, pay cash for a new
Today's
one.
the day.
How are you going to pay cash? I said, I had a big one yesterday in Tahoe. He goes, "Why don't you buy everybody at work pizza for lunch?" Okay, I'll do that too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Hey,
you
dude.
got 17 detectors taking up to Carolinas. Got Knox, Excalibur, CT-3030. Oh, there's the cream of the crop right there. Why bother with anything?
Hello, Deej.
Well, guys, I'm going to bounce. I'm
Hi,
just going to go
Deej.
sit, lurk in the chat for a while.
Good seeing you, Mark.
Yep,
Okay.
it's good being up here, guys. I see you in chat.
All right. See you later.
Thanks, Mark. Deej, great live stream earlier. That was wonderful about the 49ers and letters from your family. That's awesome. It's just because that's where I grew up. Highway 49 in California is considered the 49 corridor because it runs. They named it Highway 49 because it runs through all the towns that had gold mines. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Neat. I missed it, Deej. We had that soccer game. I was telling Bill earlier, but I wasn't. I just basically got back into the house a little while ago. So Deej always has a good live.
Hi, Greg. Out West Metal Detecting, that's Greg. If you don't know him, go check out his channel. He's in Southern California. He finds some really great stuff. And we see Mark is lurking again. Good. Good night, Andrea. Or you're saying that because I was yawning. I don't know which.
Gotcha.
Oh, Jim. You can't get out. You've never used the Simplex. You can't detect anymore? Is it that bad? Man, I hate to hear that. I mean, that's one thing I'm worried about. By the time I came back to California, in a place where I can detect, I won't really detect. I won't be able to.
Deej, they gave away a detector on your show tonight. That's awesome. There's just really so many good lives. It's difficult to keep track of them all. I try to make as many as I can, but I wish I had the time to watch more of them. But
oh, you're welcome. Yeah, this community has grown so much in the last year. I mean, think about it. Just a year ago, yeah, there were live streams, but not every night and every day. And now it's 7 days a week. Somebody's got a metal detecting or treasure hunting live stream going on.
Marlon says he has to go also. Good night, Marlon.
Good night,
Have a
Marlon.
good night at work, bud.
So Deeds, they gave away. I must have been out of the room. I had to hit it for about 15 minutes. I must have missed that.
Yeah, she said Technetics gave away a metal detector tonight.
Nice.
That's really awesome. We're actually going to get to go this summer up to my wife's family in Canada. So we're looking forward to going up there and, seeing if we can do some metal detecting in some of the old properties out that way. She's from New Brunswick.
Sweet. I think you find some really nice stuff up there, too.
We're hoping so.
Oh, geez. Oh, wow. So it was Russ Balboa. Okay, cool.
All right,
Yeah,
Shane, what did I miss? Oh, you've been doing your live for 13 months? Is that what you're saying, Shane?
Oh, wow. Jim dug 3 holes and hurt for 4 days. Yeah, I can understand that, Jim. That sucks. But, yeah, that's what makes everybody in this world equal. We all grow old and fall apart. Just how life is, unfortunately. But then, what comes afterwards can be a lot better.
Yeah, Shane says his live has been on for 13 months, but it seems like just 4. And Mark is surprised Shane does it alive.
But yes, Shane and Deej both do great live streams.
Yep, and Marlon too. I know he's just leaving, but Marlon does a fantastic
Sunday
live.
Morning. And here comes another person who does great live streams, Juice. How you doing, Juice?
Juice, what's going on?
Mary said there was a joke earlier about a man digging a 12-foot hole until he realized he had steel-toed boots on. Yeah, that. Shane says his live is Marlon's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, Deej has been doing hers for quite a while.
And then there's, if you could just run a whole list if you really think about it. There's Ambient Girl and Digging Canuck, and you just go on and on. Just
the Hunter
so many.
GT, Jersey History Hunters, yeah, on and on and on.
Yep.
Get the Beef Out does his on Sunday night, where he has people send in their pictures of their finds. And, then everybody votes on what was the best relic.
Good stuff.
Wow, they fixed it for free, huh, Greg? Yeah, first Texas, they're great machines. They're lightweight. Even the bounty hunters, they look really cheap, but those things will go and go and go. And all I remember is 2 things was I only went 10 years ago. I went to a live dig in a seated hunt in Sacramento because a friend of mine was down there and he was in a club and he goes, I can have somebody come down. So I went down and one guy at a table had a display of all of his finds, boxes of silver coins, rings, this and that, pocket watches, some really great stuff. And he pulled out a $99 bounty hunter Quicksilver detector. He goes, and that's what I used to find all this. I couldn't believe it. I thought, yeah, this guy's got a cheap detector, of course, location. So we know that. And they had 10 people. They had a contest that day, and they had 10 winners. Spot number 10, 9, 8, up to number 1. And number 1 had the best thing, and he won a brand new detector, which he didn't really care. But he had this old bounty hunter analog, um, Big Bud Pro, they called it. That thing hit a pocket watch, an old Victorian pocket watch, 14 inches in Sacramento.
Wow.
So, and that's what won him the contest. But I mean, here's this guy using, at the time, a 30-year-old analog detector, beating everybody with their, the 18
Yeah.
Pros come out, that kind of stuff.
It kind of reminds me of one of our teachers at our school. So, we spend hours metal detecting, digging. I've dug up 2 pocket watches, but they're mostly iron. They're just barely hanging on. They're just, but they're 2 almost complete pocket watches. And I was ecstatic when I found them. One of our teachers goes snorkeling at the beach, and she sees something shiny in the water. She goes down, she picks it up. It's a pocket watch. And she brought it to me. She was like, "Look what I found in the water." And I was like, "Do you mind if I take it apart?" Because Bill, it was pretty. I mean, it was gold colored. I said, "Do you mind if I take it apart? I want to see how old it is." And I open it up. The only thing gone on the thing was the hands on the clock face. They were gone because they rusted away. And on the inside, the little there's another one on the inside. It was gone because it had rusted away. But the rest of it was solid gold.
Oh,
and
wow.
The date of the last repair was like 1880 something.
Holy man.
And so it had been rolling around in the water for who knows how long, but because it was gold, I mean, when she took it to a jeweler on island, he said it was like $3,000 just in gold weight.
Wow.
All of the gears were
Nice.
gold. I mean, usually those gears are just rusted away, but all of the gears were gold. Everything on it was good except for the hands were gone. And she found it snorkeling. I was like, what are the
like there?
So I went outside and threw all my detectors up against the wall. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't do that.
Can you rent a small house there in St. Croix pretty cheap?
Yeah. No, unfortunately you can't. But I'll tell you, I've been snorkeling a lot, and I've never found anything like that ever. But just right place, right time. She just happened to be going by and she saw it.
Yeah.
She said, I said, well, what made you like? Why did it stand out? She said, I just saw the sun hit it and it shined, and there it was. What?
Wow. Hello, Gary. Thanks for coming. Gary from Did You Find Anything Detecting? Man,
oh, okay.
I mean, I've only found one child's toe ring gold in all my years of detecting. I mean, once I started again, I've never found any gold rings. I did find gold nuggets in a jar one time many years back, along with 4 Morgan silver dollars. But always wanted to find a gold pocket watch, chains.
Yeah. I really can't complain. I mean, I see people dig things up, and I'm like, wow, I'd love to dig that up. But I mean, we get to dig a lot of things that nobody else ever gets to dig either. Like this Monday's video for us, I find a 1905 2-cent piece.
Nice.
That sounds weird if you know anything about 2-cent pieces, right? But the Danish West Indies had 2-cent pieces in 1905, and I found one. It's an awesome coin. So I find a little bit different history, some American stuff too, but nothing super old as far as American coins. I think the oldest American coin I found has to be a Wheatie from the 20s. I mean, I don't find super old American coins, but I find Danish coins. I found that French coin. I found Hibernia. I found an 1805 Hibernia penny, not a half penny, but a penny. It's big. So I do get to find some pretty awesome stuff. So what's my white whale I want to find? Plugs. I have not found a Crotal bell. I would love to find one of those.
Me too. The oldest penny I ever found, American penny, was a 43 steel. and it was in better shape and coming out of the ground. Then a week later, I found one in a coin store, and it was roached. But let's see, I found old war nickels, old silvers, wheats. No, my oldest coin was an 1856 British halfpenny.
Yep.
So I'm in the 1800s club, but not American.
Yeah. Yes, I can put my 2 cents in now. That's right.
Used to find a lot of tokens back there, and I found some really cool ones. Yeah, I was digging in our local fairgrounds, and I dug up a 25th Look magazine anniversary token from 1962. Unfortunately, it was bent, but so
Yeah.
that was a 1 year, one-off thing. And then I found a 1971 London Euro coin token. And what it is, and I guess they still use it, whether Mary could tell me if she's still in here. Like here, it's hard to find vending machines anymore because people break into them and steal the money. So the outdoor ones they used to have, they just don't have anymore. Over there, they decided, well, you buy tokens to use in them, and the token's only good in the vending machine. They're not going to break into it because they can't do anything with them. So, I don't know how well that went over.
Yeah. I see things get dug sometimes, and I think, wow, that'd be nice. I mean, like, again, I'm still relatively new to the hobby. I'm very new, but so I don't know a lot of the things. But it's really interesting to me, no matter where we live, how we kind of find the same stuff. We find old coins, we find silverware. I mean, spoons, forks, knives, that kind of thing. We find buckles everywhere you go. You find buckles, you find buttons.
Yep.
It's pretty neat, even though it might be a little bit different. It's pretty neat. But I enjoy the beach, but I enjoy relic digging more. So if we get a chance to do a historical property, I really like that.
Oh yeah.
My favorite button I found a 1780 British military button.
Oh, nice.
That's my favorite button I have found. I've not found an old American button. I found a World War II Marine button, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's probably my favorite button is the 1780 British. It's like artillery. It's got cannons on it and a stack of cannonballs. It's pretty cool.
Oh, nice. The oldest button I found, and it was off a woman's jacket or something like that. It's a brass Victorian button. And I found it at the oldest park back home. At first, I dug it up and I thought, well, I think it's a button. It is solid brass. It had with green patina and everything. Looked it up. It was from 1899.
Oh wow!
So, but I did find that a Victorian button hook. Oh, and one silver Victorian poison ring. I didn't even know what it was, but when my wife was alive, when I walked in with it, she goes, "You found a poison ring." I go, "What is a poison ring?" Well, on the ring, it had a little cap you could flip up with a pin in it. They would put poison in there. That pin would sit in it, and they'd flip it open, walk by somebody, and jab them with the poison, and kill them.
Wow.
So.
I just saw Plugs for Days say he's after a gold coin, but he knows that's what everybody's after. Here, same thing. The Danish West Indies, they made several different denominations of gold coins. So I can't tell you how many terrible aluminum signals I've dug up at the farm. And every time I think, maybe this is it. Every time it's junk. One day, though. One day.
Yeah. That's another reason I want to get back to California where I was at, because you had the Mint in San Francisco and Wells Fargo stage lines all went through. Most of them went through Nevada County and Sacramento County from the Mint and to the mines and stuff. So a lot of stages were robbed and the coins were never recovered. Nevada County alone, I think there's 7 coin box robberies off the stage. Never found them again. Full of double eagle coins and stuff. And I've known people that have gone. In fact, in about 8 miles from where I lived, there's a big ranch, and the guys got permission to go out, and they found 2 double eagles and a $5 gold coin one night because they're on the guy's driveway, followed an old stagecoach route, and they knew approximately where the stage stop was, and about 100 feet from it, they first hit a $5 coin, then a 20, then a 20. All within about half an hour of each other. So,
wow.
And it's called Quest for Details. A guy named Nate back in California. Last year he found a $5 gold coin. I think he just got another one recently, a $1 one. So Northern California is a good place for gold coins.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I last week's Hoover Boys episode kind of ended like that, you know, with Kurt saying he found something big, round, and shiny. So I'm interested to see what it's going to be tomorrow. Yeah, anyone that says they're not looking for a gold coin is lying. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's in the back of my mind, but you know, part of me is kind of skeptical if I'll ever find it. But the Crodal Bell, I think, is probably a little more in my wheelhouse. I would think digging at a farm, I could find one, but man, we have not found one at all.
Yeah, but also the beaches, you could run across because there were pirates there, so you could run across a gold coin there.
True. Yep.
Very, very easily. I bet it's an 8 real Gene, the Hoover Boy coin. Could be.
Could be, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we all want one, my friend. Yeah, we all want a gold coin. That would be nice. Like I said, I dug up gold nuggets. Never a gold coin.
I tell you, I really love doing this hobby. I'm just as happy when I find a clad quarter. It's just amazing to me. It really is.
It's the thrill of the hunt. What is it?
Yep. I can't tell you how many times I've.
It's a letdown when it's a pull tab or a bottle cap, but when you find other stuff.
Yeah. And it's all about perspective. You've got the ability, the health, the machine, sunshine. That's all right.
Jeff High Tones used to be General Diggle. When he came over and hunted with Rob, they're going, "Oh, what do you want to come over here for? Our history's not that old." He goes, "Doesn't matter. It's still history." And he goes, "To me, it's just as great as this Roman coins I find." Now that's the attitude to have.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. You're out finding stuff. You'll get your silver, Cynthia. You will. We're hunter-gatherers by nature. Used to be. A lot of people are turning into couch potatoes anymore, but Jim Steele got one I detected.
Anytime out digging is a good time.
Oh yeah.
And I go with my children, so we always go and hang out. Yesterday, Gene and Levi and I went. So Levi, he uses the MIDI horde, and he finds a couple quarters, and he's good. He went and jumped in the water. He was just fine. And, we're just out there searching, see a beautiful sunset, talk to people. Nearly every person that we talk to is just super nice, kind of interested. Everybody asks the same questions, but, you just keep answering the same questions. It's all right.
I think there's only a couple, 3 times I ran into people who was like, "Stay away from me. Just don't come near me." But
Susie Q says, "Thanks for the fun stream." If she's leaving, have a good night.
Good night, Susie. And I'll try to remember you got a live stream tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern, which would be 5 my time. I'll remember that. That's it, Jim. Most fun he had was detecting his old yard and finding the toys he lost when he was growing up. Yeah.
And that's another thing is like just the history behind the items. Like when I found that coin on Saturday, we had really no clue. So we started kind of typing in the words that we could see. And I was thinking, oh my, and just finding these things out, like Louis XIV, you vaguely know about him from history, but when you start reading all the stuff about him, I mean, he was 5 years old when he assumed the throne. Of course, he had some help there for a while, but he reigned for 72 years. It's reading all this stuff. I just love the history of it, and same thing with all these
5 years old. That's
five,
amazing.
5, crazy. But you just all this the different history with the stuff. And by the way, St. Croix was uninhabited at that time. It wasn't inhabited until the early 1700s again. Like there were people here, and then everybody was gone for about 80 years or so. There was nobody on island, and so it was during the middle to late 1600s. And so somebody had that coin in their pocket in the 1700s, and lost it out there, which is pretty cool.
Wow.
So
that's really. I mean, there's people there, then they were gone, and we came back. That's really strange.
From what we read, again, it's from what we read, when Columbus landed, they made contact with the natives, had a couple forts, left. A year later, when the next ship comes, all of the people that they left on island were gone. They were killed. There's not really a whole lot about what happened, except then they came in and wiped everybody out that was left. And so there was a little bit of that kind of stuff going on for a few years. And then everybody was gone for, like 80 years or so. And then it was inhabited or colonized in the early 1700s and then going on.
The Gauge is asking, have you ever considered looking for real pirate treasure in your area?
Yeah, we, every time we definitely want to find something like that. We've located a couple of shipwrecks and we've detected the beaches around there. And actually, there's one shipwreck that's in like chest deep water. So we go out there with the pulse dive. We have found the brass spikes that they would have used for, the decking on those boats. This one particular wreck that we found, or that because of a book, we kind of know where it is. The story goes that he ran his ship aground, intentionally sinking it, and then offloading the treasure so that the government couldn't get it. The Danish couldn't get it. And so, we've searched all around there, of course, as much as we can, and in the water. And so we're always hopeful when we go back there that we'll find something. But the best thing we found are those brass spikes for decking. So we search random beaches that are kind of off the beaten path. They're not really like tourist beaches and things like that, hoping to find something in the sand. So,
yeah. At least you can do that there. Like, what was it, Treasure Coast in Florida? They got that all locked up. It's illegal to do it except for the people certain people.
So plugs, yeah, that's we don't really have a plan. He's asking me if we're planning on staying here. We don't have any plans to move. You guys know I'm a pastor at a church, and I don't have any contract to leave anytime. I know sometimes people that are at churches, they have like 5-year contracts and that sort of thing, but we don't. We're here as long as we have no plans to go anywhere. So yeah.
Oh, can do veteran. Well, that's cool. You can be there for a long, long time then.
Yeah.
And not have any competition.
We still talk to people every once in a while that are like, yeah, I've got one, but they don't go because seriously, every beach we go to, we find stuff from, I found a ring yesterday. It was the Nocta pinpointer was completely under, like it was 14 inches at least down. It had been there a super long time. So we find stuff that's forever, like seems like it's been there a long time, and we find stuff that's fresh drops. So there's nobody detecting that we have ever seen.
But you ran into people there that live on the island, say they have a detector and they don't go out with them?
Yep.
Wow.
But you know how it is. When you first get something like that, if you just like seriously, we got one because we moved to an island. We were like, you're around a bunch of beaches, you got to have a metal detector, right? But when we first used it, it was loud. We didn't, so we just kind of set it off to the side and said, forget that. It wasn't but two or 3 years later that we pulled it back out and figured it out, and then that's kind of how we got hooked.
Yeah, that's like I've got a couple that are subscribed to my channel. I'm subbed to theirs. They're in the Philippines, and he's American. She's Filipino. He bought a detector. He's never taken it out. And I'm thinking, the beaches in the Philippines and stuff, I bet they could find some really great stuff there. But he's never taken it out. So. Oh, looks like we got, okay.
Yeah, I'm hooked too, by the way. Yeah. Hey, you got rid of them. Good job.
Yep. Only for 5 minutes, because on StreamYard, it takes a moderator to actually get rid of them.
Josh says he was going to go live, but he's here instead. 508.
Who did? Oh.
Oh, blocked for 5 minutes. That's all you can do?
That's all I can do from StreamYard. It has to be done to get rid of them. And then they just come back like this.
Here, you got somebody else. Yep.
Probably the same person, a different.
Hey, Johnny, how are you?
But
Good to see you, bud.
Yeah, how you doing, Johnny?
The thing I always think about situations like this, Bill, like, what if all these people that do these types of things actually used their energy for something good? Like, there's so many problems in the world that need to be solved, but
yeah,
oh,
I know.
Deej says she's going to try to block and report.
All right, thank you, Deej. But yeah, I don't understand why people like to do that stuff, but they do. So
Yep. Kind of crazy. Johnny says he reported both also.
Thank you.
So, Bill, what's the one thing that you're kind of looking for still? Your white whale that you want to find?
Oh God, my white whale, gold coin, but I mean one that's more not more feasible, but where I'm from, Grass Valley, where I'm going back to, is like 90 miles away from the Carson City Mint. And I doubt I'd ever find one. For 2 years, they made a 20-cent silver coin.
Yep.
1875 and 1876. I want to find either one. I don't care which one. Just that Carson City Mint 20-cent piece. As long as I can tell what it is. I've wanted one of those for so long. And you would think, being that close to the mint, and it only operated 9 years, you'd find more of them out there. But I see more of them coming out of Ohio, back east here, than I ever saw in California. But anything from the Carson City Mint, So
that'd be cool.
People don't realize the mint was around for 20-something years, but only operated 9 out of that because it closed down a couple times and reopened. So most of their stuff is low mintage. So
yeah,
but
I like those odd mint marks. Carson City, New Orleans. I like those odd mint marks.
Yeah. The funny thing was, when I was talking about, if I remember right, the higher mintage one is the one that's worth more, and I don't know why. You would think it'd be the other way around, but I remember looking at the chart going, the one that only made 10,000 of them was worth so much, and then when they made 5 million of them, I'm looking at it's like twice as much in value. It's like, that doesn't make sense unless a bunch of them got destroyed or something.
Hey, Bill, you see Out West says
yeah, I just saw what Greg put down there. Damn. I'd love to find this. That's been a white whale mine for years. It's a 20-cent coin from the Carson City Mint.
And then Keep Digging says they have a Carson City and a New Orleans mint.
Yeah.
Mary, I have not found a gun. I mean, I've found toy guns, but I've not found a real gun.
Oh, and that's another white whale, not just any gun. The first revolver, patent sold revolver, was a Colt Patterson. And I'd love to find one of those to say I found the first American revolver ever made. But, oh, but not a 20-cent piece. No, I'm talking the 20-cent piece because they only made them 2 years.
I found a trigger guard off of a musket.
Oh, nice.
Here's the weird thing. Here at the school, like just in an area where the kids kind of hang out around a rock, I found a clad 50-cent piece and things like that. And then I got this signal, and it was a brass signal. I said, it's going to be something pretty good, you know? And sure enough, trigger guard for a musket. I said, that's awesome.
Nice. Yeah. Rob from Florida Thunder just found one of those complete up in Missouri. Pretty sweet.
Wow.
Yeah, it would. I love Nevada too, bro. Carson City, all through there. Yeah, I remember these kind of 38 special.
I'd like to hunt a ghost town. You know, as far as a location.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's so many of those around in certain places in the States. It'd be kind of neat to go find some stuff in a place like that.
Yeah. Well, like I was saying that my friend Nate found that $5 gold piece, and it was down by a river, and it's a day use, federal campground park, but there was an old town there one time. You can't even tell. All the buildings, all of that's all gone. But I think he spent all day there, and him and his family, they all detect, and they just came with a treasure trove of stuff. Like his second signal of the day, it goes, I wonder what this is. He pops out a $5 gold coin, like
Wow.
5 feet off the road.
Wow.
But he found all kinds of neat, he was finding all kinds of relics there, but I can't remember, it was like a mining town, and it burnt down or something in the early 1900s. And it had been a federal campground ever since. So,
Cynthia, skeleton key, yeah. Which the thing about a skeleton key is, like, everybody always. I used to always think of them as a brass object, but man, a lot of skeleton keys were iron too, and so if you discriminate out all iron, you could be missing a skeleton key too. If you're on an old property, it really does pay to dig those iron signals.
I found one, but it turned out to be, after I looked at it, because you can still buy skeleton keys. Hardware stores will carry them in a 2-pack, 2 different type master keys. And I found one in the local park back home. That's what it was, one of the newer ones. I'm going, oh man, a skeleton key. Then I'm like, going, no, that's new. It's like, dang,
Deej says that her key is brass. That's awesome.
Nice, Deej. So yeah, skeleton key, or old skeleton key, still on my list.
Yep. Sheriff's badge. Somebody says. Mary says that would be awesome to find a sheriff's badge.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just so many things. I'm still so new at this. There's so many things I would love to find, like just American coins. I would love to find a Standing Liberty SLQ. I've not found one of those. That would just be awesome. I've not found a Mercury dime, but again, it just has to do with where I live.
Yeah, that's like I was telling people the other day. All the years I detected back home, I found, probably 25, 30 silver rosies, but I never found a Mercury. And then somebody come behind me in the park back home and go, hey, look what I found. Hold up a Mercury. It's like, dang.
Plugs is asking if I follow the NBA. Kind of, just kind of loosely. I love basketball. That's the sport I grew up playing, and I love playing basketball. I follow college basketball pretty closely, and NBA still kind of loosely.
You and my dad would get along. He played basketball in high school and loved it. I was never much of a basketball player, so
I still play. Like even now, I get out every Thursday night. We have open gym. Our school has a gym, and so I open up the gym, and just anybody can come play. And I get out there against those, 18, 19, 20-year-old kids and play. Yeah, that's Plugs. That's the truth. Like I'm a pretty tall guy, so everybody always just assumes I play basketball. But that's the one thing I noticed as I got older is, man, the legs. Like I can still run the floor, I can still think the game, I can still shoot the ball, but I can't get off the floor like I used to.
Hi, Bean and Pick. How you doing? The game was football. So back in this day when they still had defensive centers.
Yeah. A lot has changed in all those games, hasn't it? I mean, football is a lot different than it used to be. Basketball is a lot different than it used to be. Baseball is a lot different. I remember because I grew up just outside of Detroit, and so Sparky Anderson was our was the coach for the Detroit Tigers when I was growing up, and everybody, it was still kind of a new thing. This specialized pitching, was still kind of a new thing, because usually you just went in there and you pitched, and then if you needed a reliever, he would come in and pitch 3 or 4 innings, but there was no 1-inning closer. There was no guys that were specialized in getting left-handers out, all that kind of stuff. That's kind of the norm now. I mean, baseball's changed a lot, but the psychology of baseball is what really intrigues me. And baseball is the only sport where the defense has the ball. I find that interesting. So Plug says that soccer was his sport. I played soccer in high school, but it was just to get in shape for basketball season, honestly. Soccer was a fall sport in Michigan, and then basketball was a winter sport. So I played soccer because it's a ton of running, and I would get in shape for basketball. So
I used to follow baseball with my dad, but we both kind of got, well, he still watched it, but after the 95, walkout and stuff, it's like,
yep.
We're not making enough money. Oh, come on. When I was a kid, I remember those guys had to get out off-season jobs because they only made $10,000 a year if they were lucky.
Yeah. That's honestly, for me, that's kind of when I stopped following baseball so closely. As a kid, man, I mean, I collected baseball cards. I followed the sport really closely, but that strike kind of ruined me for it too. I still watch every once in a while, especially when the World Series comes on, but I don't follow it nearly like I used to.
I worked with a guy many, many years ago when I worked for a garbage company, and Tim was a little slow in the head. But in October, he always took his vacation so he could watch the World Series. Didn't matter if it was night, he would take that week off.
Oh, wow.
That guy would go down. He couldn't read, but he would go down to the bar and fill out the sheet for the World Series, and he would win the pool every year.
And he couldn't read?
Couldn't read, but he numbers. He'd look and go, He knew the team's names.
Wow.
And he'd come back. Yeah, I won again. But he loved, if you asked him about any player on any team, he could give you the stats on them.
Wow.
It's just amazing. He loved baseball that much.
Jim Steele says he started working at 75 cents an hour.
I hear you, Jim.
My dad tells a story, Bill. So my dad was born in 49, okay? And he tells a story when he was walking down the street. He was 7 or 8 years old. He found a quarter. And he went to the general store there in Airport Gardens in Kentucky, and he bought a pop, being from that part of the world, a bag of chips, and a candy bar and got 8 cents change out of a quarter.
Out of a quarter. Yep.
Yep.
I remember them days. Jim, I made $80 a month. My first job was as a paper boy.
That was my first job too. As a paper boy.
That means I made $20 a week, but I only worked an hour a day, 6 days a week. So compared to a lot of guys, I made good money.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. Yeah, I was a paper boy, and it was Michigan. So, I mean, there would be just piles of snow and get out in the morning and go.
Now, Mary says her first job was $1.24 English pounds per hour. Was that back when it was $5 American per English pound, Mary? I think the rate
Digging up the Carolinas. I live in St. Croix. It is a U.S. Virgin Island, just off of 60 miles further east off of Puerto Rico. So that's where I live.
Wow, Deej, when I was driving, when I first started driving, I could buy gas in California at 18 or 19 cents a gallon. So, Deej and I are basically the same age.
My first car was a 66 Cutlass Supreme, and it still used leaded gas. And so I had to be careful about what kind of gas I bought. So I had like in my hometown, I mean, I knew where I could go get gas, and I would have to get leaded gas. I remember that. And if I was in a place where I couldn't find it, I had lead additive that I could put in the gas.
I remember that. You had to buy that. My first vehicle was a 1946 Studebaker Champion pickup.
Wow.
Yeah. Little flathead 6-cylinder. 68 horsepower.
Wow.
But mine was 25 miles per gallon too.
Mine was a 330 V8, and it was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't build cars like that anymore. They all look the same, and yeah.
It was a tank, buddy. It was a tank.
Yep, bigologist, it sure would.
Yeah, that's right. Digging up Carolinas. No wonder I haven't found one. Hopefully one day I'll get to.
Yeah, that's actually one of my biggest wants, is because I've never found just a stinking mercury dime that everybody else has found. So, and I've got probably 12 or 13 years of detecting it, and I've never found a mercury dime. Tony, how you doing?
Well, like I said, yeah, Tony, how's it going? I get to find a lot of things that other people don't, so I can't. I'm not complaining, but I would like to find some other things too. You know, I found on the beach one time. I found a 3 pence, 1919 3 pence piece, which is pretty cool. I shouldn't have found it here in the Virgin Islands, but I did, and it was on the beach. It's a silver coin. It's awesome. Plugs. I had a hot dog at the soccer game. I actually grilled hot dogs for everybody since it's our first soccer game in almost 3 years. I grilled hot dogs and just gave them away. So I had a hot dog for dinner. Beef hot dog. First car, 67 Mustang. Notchback. Yeah, Tom, that's an awesome car. Only one silver quarter. Yeah, we found a silver quarter on the beach. It was a Washington, but you know, hello, Reed.
Oh, hi, Reed.
Tostado Tuesday. Nice.
Still snowing there, Reed? I can believe that when you put that video out. Damn.
Yeah,
Vegas. I know you find a lot of them.
I see Tom saying his first car was a great car. I guess I fit into the category of almost every guy. I would give almost anything to have my first car back. I mean, as far as you'll never see it in a magazine. but I would love to have it back.
I'd like to have my first and second one back because the first one was a Studebaker. The second one was a 1965 Plymouth Barracuda Formula S, and it had
I'd like to have your second
273.
car.
The 273 V8 held the small block class in NASCAR racing until the 340 came out. So,
Wow.
awesome car.
Wow.
It was a strangest thing though. I had a bunch of friends in it. We're driving down the highway, and all of a sudden, I lost my steering. So I just threw it in neutral, let it slow down, and slow applied the brakes. And steering boxes are cast iron. Well, I got out and I asked somebody to turn the wheel, and my steering box was doing this.
Yep.
The mounting ears were still on the frame. All four of them had broken off the box.
Wow.
So it was a bad cast. And when I went to get a steering box, it being an oddball year for a Barracuda, I couldn't get a new one. And the guy at the parts house with me goes, "I've never seen one do that." I go, "Yeah, of course not. That happens to me a lot." "Oh, those never break." Well, mine did.
Wow.
I love that car.
Hello, Looter 8 Treasure Hunter.
69 Camaro Special. Jim Sector. Nice.
One of my favorite cars, I owned an 86 Fiero GT.
A Fiero?
Yep.
I have one of those.
Yep. Pretty neat little car.
Yeah. People laugh because I pull up and get out, and they go, "How do you fit in that thing?"
Same thing here. I know you and I are the same height, Bill, and same thing here, man. They'd see me come crawling out of that thing. But if you want to drive a car bad enough, you find a way to make it fit, right?
Well, it's not just that. It's like, okay, I had the last year of the Chevrolet Metros, 2001. And at the same time, I had an 85 Pontiac Bonneville, the big one, the rear-wheel drive. Last year, they were transitioning that year. They went front-wheel drive halfway through the year. I had more leg and headroom in the Metro than I did in Bonneville. In the Bonneville, my knees would hit the dash and my head would hit the headliner, but not in the Metro.
That's funny.
So,
that's what I found with the Mini Coopers. I have a friend in Nashville that has a Mini Cooper, and when he was like, "All right, let's go," I was like, "You want me to get in this thing?" He said, "Just get in." I mean, the room in that thing is crazy.
Yeah. My roommate's got a Mini Cooper, plenty of room in it. My problem I have is with the arthritis getting in and out of it. The doors, she's got a brand new, and the doors kind of weird for me. But
yeah. Yep.
Hers is a 4-door. So.
Well, Bill, I'm gonna have to go, man. It's getting late here, so I'm gonna.
Well, thanks for coming up, Gene.
Yep, it's good talking to you.
Great.
Good seeing everybody in the chat. Good talking to you guys. Hope you have an awesome rest of the week.
You too, Gene. Thank you for being here. Looter 8, welcome. Flugsy's Rich. Oh, European vehicles. What, you got a Yugo? Thank you, Gene. It's awesome having you up here as always. The closer to the ground, the harder it is to get out. I don't know about that, but the closer I'm to the ground, the harder it is to get up. So I was right on the Yugo there, huh? Oh, one last time, because I know there's some people around the scene, and I got 2 out of 3 parts for my metal detecting pen holder. So it turns your pen into a little detector sitting on your desk. But my machine's down until I get it fixed. Yeah, if they're lucky, Tony, they'd go about a year. Oh, cool, Reed. You have little parts to build yourself a Model T Speedster? That would be awesome. Rent a U-Haul pickup for a day. $20. And tell them you're not taking it out of town. Oh, thank you, Cynthia. Mixed drink detectors. No, wait a minute, Plugs. I'm not a lush. Not every day of the week, anyways. Actually, I haven't even had a beer in probably a month or two. Uh-oh. Actually, I don't. Arthritis in cars. Yeah. The Treasure Channel. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Swizzle sticks. Yeah, I remember a guy back home a few years back had a Yugo. You'd be driving through town and see it parked most of the time in different places because it broke down. Oh my God, you had an RX-7? I had one of those, Tony. Those things were fun. Yep, that's why I miss my Nissan Frontier crew cab. That was easy to get in and out of that thing. Great, Cynthia. That's great to hear that she's doing better. Good night, Deej. Yeah, I'm going to be ending this here pretty soon. Rob said he's going to be late. I don't think he's going to make it. So, good night, Deej, and thanks for coming to the stream. The 60 Chevy Fleetside. Those are nice. I had one many years back with a 292 6-cylinder and a 4-speed plug, short bed step side. Love that thing. What I love even more though is I had a 1960 El Camino. I want another one of those. Love that El Camino. Huh. Funny thing was El Caminos and cars that year had a really wide flat door. One day I pulled up to a stoplight and my dog jumped up out of the back seat, walked out the door onto the hood, so I had to jump out of the car and drag him back into it. Oh, I couldn't tell you how many I've had, Reed. I've had quite a few. There was a time there when I was younger, I would buy a pickup, fix it up, and resell it. 72 El Camino's a good car too, Crazy. Thanks for being here. Those are great cars. Lowell Bill what? Bugs. I'm an old Chevy fan. Love Chevys, Plymouths, Studebakers. Really love Studebakers. So dang hard to get parts for anymore, though. Well, actually, they're getting easier because they're making them. Some of them again. Plus, there's that guy back east here somewhere up north that has tons of Studebaker parts because he bought out the company, put it into storage. Yep, Jim, a lot of pickups. 72 GMC Sprint. Wow. turd for people and get me a cup of coffee. Oh, dang. Nice, Rita 54 Ford two-door. Good cars. Yeah, good luck on that, Tony. Hope you find some great stuff there. That'd be a long drive just to pick them up and take them home, Bugs. Damn, Reed, if a place ever opens up so I can get back out there, I'm going to go detecting with you. Jim, I still think you ought to go find another doctor because after a year, your hip's still hurting. They did something wrong. Really wrong. Yeah. Good luck on that digging up the Carolinas. There's so many live streams going on. Other than like say mid-afternoon on a Sunday, you know. Yeah, like Team Clambake said, Jim, they did something wrong. You should not be in. If they'd done your hip surgery right, you wouldn't be in pain. That could be true. I didn't think about that because it was from a car accident. Man, I get better. Oh, wow. 7 doctors. Sorry, Jim. Man. None of them can do anything for you, huh? Damn it. Sucks to be in an accident and get old. Really, really does. Fraction or even femur, yeah, that could be. Of course, I don't know. My son was in his 20s. Brad, how you doing? My son was in his 20s when he shattered his ankle on a skateboarding accident. He's 43 now, and it's starting to hurt him and give him problems. Yeah. I wish, Reed, just don't get old. That would be great. Or be a Benjamin Button. Actually, we were talking about this in another stream. There is a sea urchin that can turn itself back into a polyp and start over again. So it basically lives forever. Of course, it's got the brain the size of a pinhead, but it never dies unless it gets eaten. You're probably right, Jim, but the thing is, like, I was watching an old TV show the other day, and they go, once you're gone, nobody really knows what happens after that. And we all got a good idea. Oh, they left something in him. Yeah, well, that makes a good lawsuit there. Well, Jim, another thing you can have, and this is one, my hip seems to be getting better, but it's at a plateau, and then it seems to get worse. And the X-ray may not show it. And I'd forgotten all about this, but I had a sports medicine doctor tell me, and then it hit me. About 40 years ago, I jumped out of the back of a pickup working, and I had regular boots on without a steel shank because I was going to work in the woods and usually wore steel shank with spikes. I landed on a rock that was pointed, and that rock cracked my ankle when I hit it. Well, right then it wasn't too bad. It swelled up a little bit while I was young. Well, years later, I was working another place, and it re-injured, and my ankle got the size of a bowling ball. So, first doctor thought it was gout. X-rays didn't show anything. They waited for the swelling to go down, and they go, we don't know what it is. So finally, it was fourth or fifth doctor, sports medicine. He goes, I want an MRI. And he pulls me into the office after he got it, and he basically took a magnifying glass and he goes, see that little red line? He goes, you have a hairline fracture. He goes, your body doesn't know what to do with it because it doesn't consider it an injury. So the thing wouldn't heal. And he goes, it will never heal. He goes, the best you can do is get the swelling down. And he goes, try not to step down and re-injure it because it will do the same thing all over again because the body it's so minute, the body doesn't recognize it as a injury. But that thing hurt like hell. So, Illinois medicine? What's that, Jim? I tried CBD, didn't do anything for me. The Delta 8s helped a little. The Delta 8s didn't take the pain away, but they just made me where I didn't care, which was fine. Well, Tony, you're pretty close to, if you're in Illinois and Jim is in Illinois, if you're close enough, you take him out metal detecting, help him out. Oh, no, plugs, if I smoke a bowl or a joint, I'm gone. No, the Delta 8 got me stoned enough and took away the pain. I wasn't even looking for the high. I just wanted, well, not took away the pain, like I said, just man. Well, you could have been, Bugs. I always trusted RNs more than I trusted doctors. And that's because my first wife, her mother had a bad ticker, and she went to the hospital, and this idiot ER doctor, who I happened to know at the time, told the RN, kick her out of here, she's just having an anxiety attack. And the RN looked at her and she goes, Doctor, her fingernails are turning blue, lack of oxygen to the extremities, she's having a heart attack. She would have died if that RN hadn't been there, because he was going to send her home. Oh, you're not in Illinois, so okay. You need a med card in Illinois to get Delta 8? Huh. Well, every state's different, so. Oh, yeah. Well, I still do pain pills and everything else. Oh, yeah, Dev's Fader, if I smoke a joint, I'm out like a light. What's Delta 8? It's a different strain. Delta 9 is a normal strain. Plugs. Delta 8 is legal where the Delta 9 pot isn't legal in a lot of states for medicinal use. So. Why, I don't know. But, no, I guess the high is not quite as, it doesn't have as many strains of THC in it, so it still gets you pretty ripped. Beep, how you doing? Yeah, just about the time I think we're losing people, it's time to shut down. More show up. Cool. You're shooting for Delta 15. Yeah, coffee doesn't really keep me awake anymore. You know, it's kind of like booze. You get used to it enough, you got to keep drinking more and more, and it just doesn't really. Of course, there have been times I drank myself sober. So. But one time, I remember years ago, the first time I tried to quit drinking, Jack Daniels sent me a letter going, please, we have to send people home, start again. Could be. Hey. Well, Juice was in here earlier. I don't know if he's going to make it back, though. Beep. Yeah, I can't help it, Tony. Well, I don't smoke. The Delta 8's gummies. And I'm out anyway, so. Good. Funny, the first ones I tried were great because if you cut them up, you got equal amounts. The second ones I got, it was double the dosage, but whoever made them, it's like I could cut one in half and have, if they're 50 milligram gummies, I have 50 milligrams on one side, nothing in the other. So, Mark Thomas. What's going on here? Not much, Mark. We were talking about you, but you know. We were talking about me, so yeah. Nice, Ezra. Oh, sorry, Tony. Huh. You want to see that skull? No, it's a one-of-a-kind thing. Ah, that is a... Oh. My wife bought me that for me when we first got together. We were in a shop back home called Tribal Weavers. And this is a Shaman's walking stick. Never seen another one. It was the only one they had, and they couldn't get another one afterwards. Cool, huh? Yep. Love this thing. Oh, buddy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just smacked my cat in the nose with it. Come here, bud. I'm sorry. Come on. Come on. I'm sorry. Okay, let me go put this up so I don't hit you again. I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't know you were down there. Oh, oh, I'm sorry, bud. Oops. Oh, cool, Ezra. Bamboo. Yep, sure is. But, like I said, it's one of a kind. I just did show it to you. This poor little gray guy gets kicked around a lot by accident. He'll come up, cats usually come up and rub against you. He walks up behind me and sits there like that far away, and I don't know he's there, and I back up. Next thing you know, I'm kicking him. Okay, Plugs. No, not for sale. Like I said, my past wife bought that for me. It's very special. Yeah, wouldn't take anything for it. That will go to my grave with me. No, not a dog digging, cat. Bopped him right in the nose. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, like I said, that's a one-of-a-kind walking stick. I've never seen one. I've looked online to try to find them. I just cannot. Of course, there's no numbers or anything on it. Good night, Johnny. Thanks for showing up, brother. Huh? Mary, why don't you join Bill? What are you talking about, Jim? Oh, and you come up on the screen. Well, someday, Mary, have a couple drinks, get over the shyness and coming up so Jim knows what you look like. And I'd like to know what you look like. Or do it in your video. Just a quick side view of your face. Well, we're down to 9 people. It's 10 minutes to 10. And I'm tired. It's been a hot, muggy day. Brad, Johnny, Mary, Ezra, Jim, Beep, Bugs, Cynthia. Thank you all for coming, showing up. LL, Diggin, Tony, Bean and Pick. Y'all have a great night. And we'll see you next week or sooner. You know? Yeah, I know, Jim, but give her time. She'll show up someday. Good night, Reed. Las Vegas. Good night. Everybody have a wonderful week. Crazy. See you next week, guys. Thank you.